I always get asked, what is my favorite color in backgrounds? Because as you know, a lot of my tanks have different color backgrounds, and what I I'm trying to decide what color is my favorite, and I think just the generic black down the middle is gonna win every single day, all day long. There's no right answer to this. If you're thinking about what color you want to do on your tank, I would say the safest bet is going to be going with a black or a dark blue is really the go-to. I've kind of been a big fan of dark gray lately, like storm gray, but it's really up to you. You have to remember one thing though, when you put, I only know this with experience, if you paint your tank a wild color and you get it all set up and it's a pretty decent sized tank, and down the road you want to change that color, it's a pain in the rear to change the color, because you got to move the tank. You got to empty the water because it's extremely heavy, move the tank, peel it all off, blah 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 blah. I've been down that road. I've done a couple tanks in white, and I even got this wild hair to do one in pink one day, and it's just I was shaking my head later on the road. And just remember that a generic, I've just learned my lesson, and to go with a dark blue or a dark black, what I usually do is order a quart of the latex Rust-Oleum paint. It's for sure enough to do like a 75-gallon tank. I'll just brush it on, 3 to 5 coats. It's literally that simple. I'll throw a link in the description box to some latex paint. The Rust-Oleum is good stuff. Latex paint is pretty much harmless, and you can just peel it off later if you want. So, favorite color. Oh, I guess I could showcase this gray tank. It's got some algae on it, but I was real sketched out to kind of do this dark gray, but I think it turned out good. God, what is that reflection? Anyhow, the gray looks good, minus that algae. It really showcases that Amazon-y, what I like about light colors like white and stuff. I noticed that white is really popular in the discus industry, or discus fish niche, because it really showcases those super bright colors. So if you're into, like, I wouldn't be opposed to do a white tank if I was doing like angelfish or discus. For some reason they look absolutely amazing, and it really depends your decor as well. If you're gonna go with like white blasting sand or black sand, like, just do some research, look up some, I actually did a gallery slide shot video years ago on black sand and different substrates and different decor. Just find a cool tank and just essentially copy it. I know it sucks to say, but I like this tank. By the way, I have this net sitting in here so that these babies get used to having the net in there, so I can net them easier, if you're wondering. I love this tank. This piece of driftwood was found on the Minnesota River. I know you probably don't care. Every spring, visit your river shorelines, because you will find bomb-ass pieces of driftwood like this, and they're awesome. And if you go to a fish store trying to find pieces of driftwood like this, like, you'll pay like $200 for a piece like this. It's insane. But yeah, aquarium background colors. Let me know what your favorite color is. If you decided to pull the trigger on a crazy color like pink or light blue, I guess light blue isn't a crazy color, but maybe like purple or green. I've heard a lot of people in the plant industry do green. Send me pics of your tanks and let me decide if your background color, if your crazy background color fits your tank. So, all right. Woo!